in his heart.
Instead of just having Janosch, I mean, I guess it's for like ghost visual sake, but yeah, you could just have possessed Janosch show up and steal the baby.
You show up with a gun.
Show up with a gun,
I'm taking
sure.
your baby now. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, maybe it was a case of like we haven't had a ghost for a while in the movie, so we have to have a scene with a ghost. I don't know.
Oscar.
This is funny. She says she's gonna. He wants her to help her put down the baby, so then he insults the baby. That's funny. How often in this movie is Bill Murray actually in the Ghostbusters uniform?
He didn't want anything to do with this movie.
Yeah, he's never in the costume.
I don't even think at the end. Yeah, he goes on a date. They go out for dinner.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't even think at the end of the movie he's in the uniform.
The very end, after they get out of the asylum.
The asylum.
Yeah.
After they get out of prison, I mean, after they get out of the asylum.
Right. That's another parallel that's coming
Yep.
up.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if this scene has an equivalent.
Where they're examining the painting.
Yeah.
No.
Now, I'm assuming the museum didn't call them. They're just kind of barging in here.
Well, yeah. The previous scene showed Egon making the connection between Vigo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then they just show up.
Do they know the painting's there? I guess Sigourney.
Yeah, they know the
Yeah, they know the painting's there.
So, okay.
But theoretically, Janusz could just call the cops and have them removed. They have no legal right to be in here in the painting restoration area.
Bill Murray's
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Just
distracting him because he keeps telling them to get out. So yeah, they don't have a right to be there probably. They're working undercover. They're the Ghostbusters, you know. The odds are against them.
And if you're gonna cut out the little side story with Ray getting possessed, why include this? Where he's like staring at the painting and... Because that doesn't pay off in any way.
Maybe
at
just
the
a...
very end, it kind of vaguely does.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not...
No, it does. It does. He
Well-
takes over Ray's body at the end.
He
Yeah.
does, but
It
doesn't...
it goes by so quick though. It's like, why do it at all?
Yeah, exactly.
Why do anything?
I guess because you have to have something happen in the movie, especially at the end, to make it seem like there's some sort of threat.
That's the only thing that happens that's some kind of interesting twist or anything.
Yeah.
Because really all they do is just...
They just shoot at it with slime and proton packs.
And then having him jump out of the painting into Ray's body at the last minute is some mild threat of some kind.
That's immediately discarded.
Yeah, but if they establish like Vigo painting would like constantly possess people and take over, it would have some sort of impact, but... Okay, what is this, the room? Go.
No, that shot didn't go on long enough for it to be the room. Yeah, I didn't really think about it. He spends this whole movie wearing this jacket. He's never in his costume.
That's all right.
It'd be all right if I knew it was like a character choice and not just Bill Murray not wanting to wear the stupid costume anymore.
Well, Peter Venkman was never really a Ghostbuster.
No,
He was always just trying to con his way
Yeah.
into, along.
It's funny at the end of the first movie when everyone's covered in marshmallow fluff and he just has like a tiny bit on his shoulder.
He's not a uniform guy. The other two are.
The other
the other-
three. Winston is.
Oh, yeah,
He
Winston.
still is.
Oh, sure. He's a uniform guy because he has to wear his uniform for work. And Ray and Egon are nerds.
they love what they do. They love being Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Peter Venkman does not.
He's just out for himself.
So when they reboot Ghostbusters, we talked about it a little bit, but what other elements will be in the new Ghostbusters movie?
Flying Ghostbusters car.
The car will fly?
Yeah.
Are we assuming a sequel or a reboot?
It'll be a reboot. Even if they have even if Harold Ramis, or not Harold Ramis, oh my god. Even if Dan Aykroyd shows up for for like one scene. He's still, it'll be one scene, it'll be a wink, but he won't be a major part of the movie.
Because I'm just wondering how they'll ruin like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Oh, if they won't do a direct remake of the first movie. It'll just be another movie with Ghostbusters. Yeah, I don't think they would do that.
No, not if they're including any of the
Even if they
originals.
didn't include anyone from the first movie, I don't think they would just remake the first movie. I think it would just be another movie with Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I don't know about the flying car, though, actually. I think that might be too futuristic.
They would say it's too goofy. Definitely I don't know what model or make the car would be, but it would be a Ghostbusters car, but it would be sleek.
It wouldn't be an old junker.
Would it be like a product placement car, though? It wouldn't be like a funny car. It would be like a Ford Explorer.
Sure.
Sure, probably. Maybe
Something they got paid to use in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah. And it would be eco-friendly.
Sure. It would run on ectoplasm.
In rewatching this movie, I didn't remember how little of the firehouse we actually see in this movie. They're not there very often in this one.
No. Oh, here's this subplot.
Yeah. We have to put them in there because they were in the first movie. I guess we have to give them something to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's got like the leopard print, coat, the bright green gloves, and the bright red hair. Like, this is not the same person from the first movie.
Ghostbusters 1 Janine would just be annoyed with what was telling. What's this asshole? That's what she would say. Get away from me.
Oh, Winston has something to do in this scene.
Oh,
He saves the day
he comes in with a fire extinguisher.
because Bill Murray doesn't care. So he's not in half the movie. So they gave us something that he would do to Winston.
Yep.
They're talking about what they want for dinner. I like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ooh.
Now-
Vigo did that.
Vigo did that.
He lives in pictures. No, he lives in images. That's his thing.
Sure, I don't know. Just seems like they come up with vague ways to connect any sort of supernatural shenanigans. He's in pictures, so then they're locked in the room. Like, oh, and they can just create ghosts out of slime. And
This is a mildly scary scene.
there's nothing. No, this is okay. You at least feel like they're in some little bit of danger.
But it doesn't end cleverly at all. Winston just busts in
Yeah.
with the thing.
Yeah.
It's establishing the threat of Vigo. That he's there or something. I don't know.
It's not the worst scene in the movie. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine scene.
I want to do the movie where I don't wear the costume.
There's a number of scenes like this in the movie where the other three show up to tell Bill Murray something, and then he just leaves the scene.
Yeah.
And they go off and do something
Because
else.
it's probably the only way they can get Bill Murray to do it.
I guess, yeah.
I don't want to be covered in slime.
Yeah.
I don't want to wear that heavy backpack.
Yeah.
He probably had a shit ton of stipulations.
Sure.
I want to do as little as possible.
But then I've heard him, like, in recent years, him complain about the lack of quality of the second Ghostbusters movie. And you're like, well, you kind of contributed to that by not wanting to do anything in it.
Just shouldn't have done it at all.
Yeah. I did like, he was on Letterman a few years ago, and Letterman mentioned, he's like, they did Ghostbusters, and there was a Ghostbusters 2, and then Bill Murray just goes, well, technically, yeah.
And there are people who hate him for not wanting to do the third one. I applaud him.
I don't blame him. He knows exactly what it'll be.
And this scene doesn't work for me because Peter Venkman's not there.
Yeah.
The chemistry is off without those three characters.
Yeah.
I did like, there was a moment here that kind of creeped me out as a kid, though, when they're yelling and they hear the echo, and then Winston yells and there's no echo.
Yeah.
That kind of creeped me out. But then it's spoiled with the goofy demon voice yelling Winston.
And the ghost train, don't forget about that.
Because, yeah, trains have souls, I guess?
It's a ghost. It's a ghost train.
It's a ghost train. There's nothing like that in the first one, right? It is ghosts of people or interdimensional beings.
The first one... Is the first one when the Titanic comes back?
Nope, that's this one.
Okay.
Did you really ask that if that happened in the first one?
I did. I'm sorry.
You should be.
That's something that could have happened. There was a scene near the end when things were getting kooky. It could have happened in the first one because that's another scene that parallels.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the first one, it's that like where I don't remember where he's at. There's like a giant ghost in like a park or something.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the equivalent of the Titanic showing up.
Giant ghost in a park.
It was like under some kind of arch or something.
Yeah.
That's this one.
Is that this one too?
That's this one too.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
I think that's the first one.
No, you'll see it later.
It has like the big arms.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think
It shows up in this one. Trust me. I
Nah.
just rewatched
Let's
this.
see.
All right.
Okay. I did too, though. So,
That's sad. No, there's no inanimate object ghosts in the first movie.
if there was like a train derailment and the train is a manifestation of like a whole bunch of souls, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the ghost train.
Okay.
Ghost trains are a thing. People say they hear a ghost train.
There's the ghost ships,
Yeah.
ghost trains about the equivalent of a ghost ship. I'm okay with that.
What does Dan Aykroyd think about these things, though?
He probably fully believes in them.
He'll talk for 2 hours
We'll
about
talk for 2 hours about it, yeah.
and how the ghost train is really a UFO. This is too goofy.
This is kind of goofy. His face,
Yeah.
yeah.
Winston is dead weight.
Did he? I watched the cartoon all the time as a kid, but I don't remember much of it anymore. But did Winston have more to do in the cartoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they're all kind of had equal screen time in the
Yeah.
cartoon.
Did he have more of a character in the cartoon?
Not really.
No,
Okay. He was still just the other Ghostbuster guy.
it's the down to earth one.
Okay.
Yeah.
They treated him like an equal partner. I mean, he should just be, the employee.
Yeah.
Right. He doesn't have a.
Yeah, that would have been a more interesting dynamic if they kind of shit on him a little bit.
Yeah.
Like not like horrible assholes, but just treated him like a.
Go check that out.
Yeah, made him do all the grunt work. Like that would have been a different angle.
Carry this.
Yeah, they always make him carry the equipment. And...
Unbelievable is right.
That's interesting, Richie saying that the slime was a toy sold before this movie existed.
Yeah.
I did not know that, and it completely explains